We're in Cabo. All right, you guys, I'm going to be taking you through my trip to Cabo, specifically showing you guys how I navigate food and exercise and training, all the stuff when I'm on the road. This is a highly requested video that I've gotten over the years, and I get a lot of questions about how to do all the things and stay on track with your fitness goals. So we checked into our hotel actually Saturday night. Yesterday we honestly just chilled because we just needed Sunday to rest, but it is Monday morning. We're here for the week, and right now we're gonna go out and get a walk in on the beach. I'll take you guys. It's gorgeous outside. The weather is absolutely perfect. It is January, so a lot of places in the country are very cold right now, but well, actually back home in Las Vegas, it's quite warm still. So the weather here is even nicer than any time I've ever been in January. And on this specific trip, I did not bring any meal prep with me. I did bring some vitamins, some protein powder, and my bedtime magnesium supplement. So really just stuck with like the basics, and I'll show you guys what that stuff looks like. But I wanted to do that intentionally because, number one, when I am maintaining year round, I do not travel with food and have like this like comprehensive food plan, but I do stick with basic habits that help me really still hit my protein goals and still help me feel really good and all the things. So I think that's a really important skill to develop. So many people are really good at following very strict, rigid plans, but then when they're outside of that bubble, it's like, I don't know what to do. And it's so easy to just throw everything out the window and just go like YOLO. And then you come back feeling like crap. And you're like, why did I do that? I'm starting over now. And it just really sucks. So, gosh, I want to say when I first got into like focusing on my good off seasons, so like this was over 10 years ago, that was all I wanted. I actually didn't want to be shredded year round. I just wanted to be able to go out to eat, travel, do all the things, enjoy, but not feel like I was sabotaging all of my progress. And so that became a real big focus of mine. And now it's just something that I do pretty effortlessly. I don't really think about things too much. So when I get these questions, I'm like, oh, what do I do? And I just think it's totally normal. But I realize what I do is probably not normal for most people, because it certainly wasn't normal for me 15 years ago. So this morning I did get up. I always start my morning with a liter of water. I throw some electrolytes in there. I do bring my own electrolytes. It's also great just to help make sure that you stay on top of your hydration. I had some espresso here in the room, and I'm going to have a double scoop of protein powder before we go for our walk. So that is how I kick off my morning. It helps me get a high dose of protein in first thing in the morning. So if things don't pan out later in the day, I've already sort of front loaded a lot of these good things. And it's really helped me be very successful. So we're going to go for the walk right now, and I'll show you guys the beautiful, gorgeous beach that we have out here. So this is the shaker cup that I bring with me. This one's 30 ounces. Got it on Amazon. And then I like to bring a little Ziploc baggie. Ziploc baggies are so great because obviously if you end up needing a Ziploc bag for something else, you have an extra one here. But I like these liquid IVs. I do like the LMNTs, but I only use these sparingly because they are so high sodium. And something else to keep in mind, because people make this mistake, look for the ones that are sugar-free. Because they do, both of these brands make the ones that do have sugar in them. So I don't want the extra sugar. And then I love these Celsius packets. I use these if I've got to get a lot of work done, or as like a pre-workout. But I find that these give me a ton of mental focus, way more than even like the cans. So I don't know, if you guys try that, let me know. And these are the vitamin packs that I like to bring. So if I was following something super specific for like my contest prep, a lot of times I do have some variety where I have individual bottles of stuff that I have to like portion out. But for simplicity, I Love these. This has got your fish oil. It's got a green supplement, antioxidants. It's got vitamin C in it. I should go back and look at the box. I don't remember off the top of my head, but it's got all the core stuff, and it's these little convenient packets. So I just throw one, well, two, one for me and one for Brad. I throw one per day for each of us. I'm not going to have this right now because my stomach can be sensitive, and my stomach is still kind of empty. So I'm going to wait till breakfast to have this, but boom, done. Check that box off and you're good to go. So the game plan for today, we're going to do this walk. I'm going to show you guys what we're eating for breakfast. I really try to keep my breakfast as similar to my home breakfast as possible. We're going to hit the gym. So I am not one of those influencers. I don't even consider am I an influencer? I'm not an influencer, you guys. I'm a coach. I'm not one of those Instagram influencers who's going to be doing a thong bikini workout with booty bands. I am on the beach in a swimsuit right now, but we're just walking. We are going to go to the gym, and they have a nice setup here. They've got some good machines. They've got dumbbells, pretty much everything that you need. So we're going to do what are we going to do? Full body workout? Or you want to do? Yeah. So we're going to do a full body workout, which is something that I do typically do when I travel, just in case. Safeguards to make sure that you at least hit everything in case schedule changes and you're not able to do it all. You miss a workout, so this way at least you hit everything, a little touch for the week. Then we got a little bit of work to catch up on, and it is a holiday today, so we're going to go to the office. Not your typical office, it's an office restaurant here called The Office. It's very famous, but they have just excellent food. Okay, welcome back. So we finished our breakfast, got back to the room, did a couple hours of work, and now we're actually running a little bit later than I would like, but it is what it is. One of the beautiful things about not having a schedule, it's almost 1 o'clock. So we're going to get through this workout quickly because I want to have lunch. And we're going to take you guys in town for lunch, and I'm going to show you how I eat at restaurants out in the city or town, beach town. So our workout, we just discussed our workout for today. I had been doing some faster paced workouts in my previous training block, so I'm going to roll one of those into this. And without getting too detailed, my new training block started last week, and when I get back home, I'm going to be pretty on point with that because I do have some improvements I want to be making now. And so how do I handle this when I am training with somebody that has a totally different approach right now? Brad has been doing a lot of functional type, fast-paced, I would say like more sports-specific workouts that are training not for hypertrophy as a primary focus. So that's important for him to at least get a couple sessions in while we're here so he doesn't lose his conditioning and get back and be hating life, because y'all know those first workouts back suck. I want to get a fast-paced workout in just for like blood flow, touch up on the muscle groups, and I'm not looking for any PRs here because we are traveling and it's just not a priority to me right now. So I wanted to hit 2 upper body moves, 2 lower body moves, and we negotiated on these exercises because I have things that I like to do and that work well for me, and he has things that he likes to do and works well for him. So sometimes when we work out together, our workouts are a little bit of like a negotiation. So we both like pull-ups. So check, pull-ups will be part of this. This is going to be a circuit workout. I wanted to do something to hit the medial delts. So we're going to do shoulder press, which we both have healthy shoulders. So check, that one worked out really well. I wanted to do a squat type pattern, but I personally only like to do squats in machines these days. And I don't know that this gym has a machine squat. So we're going to stick with a sumo squat which we both agreed to will work. We're going to hit quads with that, glutes, a little adductors. So it's going to be a good exercise and very energy exerting. I want this workout to really burn calories because our goal is to keep it to 30 minutes. So sumo squats, check. And then the last one, I wanted to do RDLs. I love RDLs. They are my bread and butter movement that I would suggest, if you, as long as you can do them, keep doing them, to really strengthen the whole posterior chain. Alternatively, I did think about doing hip thrusters. Again, I'm trying to keep this workout fast. I don't think they have a hip thruster set up at this gym. If they had a glute drive, that's possible. But again, I don't like stacking plates on and off. It's just time consuming. So I take that into consideration when I'm planning my workouts. And so for me, hip thrusters are out. For Brad, RDLs are out because he has herniated discs, L4, L5. So we move on to the next exercise. Is going to be a reverse lunge. Check that one off. The reverse lunge is great because it's going to bias the glutes a little bit more. I don't want to work a ton of quads because we're already doing a little bit with the sumo squats. I'm not trying to build my quads right now, but I do want to hit those hams and glutes a little bit more. So I do, well, mostly glutes. I do want to do a reverse lunge. They also can be very high calorie burning. We could incorporate hamstring isolated movements because we don't quite have that. I don't know. We'll see how it goes, because I think these 4 moves are going to be great. And then we're also going to do probably a cable crunch for abs. And then Brad wants to do a 1-minute run because, again, he's doing a lot of that endurance type conditioning training right now. So he's going to do a 1-minute run. I'm going to think about I might do some calves. Because I got plenty of my steps in this morning on our beach walk. So that's going to be our workout for today. Our goal is to do 3 rounds in 30 minutes. We'll see if we can fit a 4th one in, great, but I actually do want this to be a little bit more timed. Now, what's really important is that doesn't mean that the moves are sloppy or that we're just rushing through them and throwing weights around. I do find that when people think circuits, they think lightweight, they think sloppy movements. No. All we're doing is taking these movements that we would do in a strict hypertrophy type workout, similar repetition range, and we're just not resting in between. We're just going from station to station to station and keeping things moving. So that is the game plan. Again, just touching up on the muscles, keep things around, full body type stuff, blood flow. We're really just focusing on burning some calories and touching up the muscle groups for today. That is the goal for today. And then we're going to hit, we're going to go get some tacos, I think, for lunch. So I'm extra motivated right now. It's just turning 6 p.m. We're wild animals these days. And it's beautiful here. The sunset is gorgeous. And we have this really nice resort to stay at. So we were just kicking back. It's been a great day. Food-wise, kept it pretty light. I actually, by the time I had my ceviche, which is a very high protein meal, and I actually had 1 steak taco. I think Brad had 5. 5 tacos, babe?
5.
5. So,
Ricky numbers.
Yeah. But I always ask for everything on the side. So I always ask for cheese. Actually, I don't like cheese on my tacos because sometimes I think they overdo it. So I like to have everything on the side, and that way I can portion in what I want and make sure I'm having just the right amount for me. And I still have more food to eat today per my macros. So I did track everything so I could show you guys. But if this was a trip where I wasn't recording, I wouldn't track everything because I've done this so many times. I just know what quantities I need. And I think that's the beauty of tracking initially is you start to learn what the portion size should look like, and you also start to really understand, are you fueling yourself enough? And I almost can tell intuitively. I think the people who haven't tracked cannot do anything intuitively because it's intuition comes from experience. If you have no experience, how do you have intuition? But I can tell when my body is lower in protein. If I'm short of my protein for the day, I really start to crave protein by mid-afternoon. It's just like ramps up. But I'm doing pretty good. I think I'm at 110 grams right now, so I want to have a little bit more. I bring my protein down just a little bit when I travel, so I do aim for a minimum of 140, but I do go up to like 165 sometimes, depending on the meal. So yeah, pretty simple. I think we'll probably order some in-room dining again like we did last night, just to fill in the gaps, probably a little bit later. And otherwise, I'm going to kick back and relax. And I'm going to show you guys the beautiful view that we have here. What else should I say?
So I'm not professional. I hope you like
That's
it.
it.
Okay?
Just wrap it up.
So I hope you guys liked the video. This was this is technically day 2, but day 1 of my vlog. And then tomorrow I will show you guys how it goes.